Hi, welcome to R.I.P Africa. It's Meron here, and today I'll be talking about a book called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And I bought this book on Kindle because I wanted to. Well, I have been all my life into self development. I think more recently, as you grow older, you get more, you seek more so deeper, meaningful things in your life because you realize time's running out and you're like I've always been into sort of trying to find out my purpose in life ever since I was younger, obviously as a teenager, progressing as into an adult, but even as an adult I still always question, like, what's my purpose, why am I put on this earth here? When I was younger, maybe in a negative way, but most of the time it was in a positive way, like how can I make myself, how can I give to the world. I've been really interested in personality types, for example, the 16 personality types, because I've been really interested in psychology, and I'm an INTF. I'll link down below what that means. And basically I'm introverted most of the time. I was looking at this book because I wanted to be more creative, and I wanted to get the flow back, because I've always known I've been creative, but it's having that self-belief, and she talks about that in the book as well. After reading this book, I really liked it. I was like, this appeals to me, and it also just clicks, because the way she writes is, her writing style is very relatable, and it's quite casual without being too informal and being lacking any substance. So she'll write, but it's so relatable. My battery died. Hey ho. So as I was saying, yeah, really relatable, really funny. She uses anecdotes and short stories about friends, about people she knows and she knew. She divides her book into 6 or 7 chapters. They are courage, I'm just reading on my notes, enchantment, permission, persistence, and trust and affinity. I think she did the right thing by doing that. I think there are some really funny sort of analogies. So I'll give an example. The chapter called Permission, she has this sort of analogy. So to basically say, don't let people tell you what you're supposed to be doing or how you should live your life. Obviously, people can guide you, but don't ask for permission to be creative. Don't ask permission to be who you are. You don't need a permission slip from the head teacher. You are fine as you are. And also she has an anecdote or an analogy as to fear, because fear, obviously she talks about fear, and she talks about not letting fear ruin your creativity. And by the way, creativity, she defines living a creative life, she defines as anything really that you create things. You don't necessarily have to be an artist, a film director, a chef. You could be a chef. You don't necessarily have to be like a professional academic creative person that you stereotypically think. So she basically is talking about not letting fear get in the way. And so she has this analogy of the road trip, and you're in the car, in the driver's seat, you're holding the wheel, you're driving on this journey, and you have alongside you have creativity, inspiration on your passenger seat, on your left hand side or your right hand side, depending if you're American or if you're English. And then you have fear, who is accompanying you on your ride, but you're not going to let fear gain control of the driver's seat or gain control of the wheel and be in the driving seat. And that's basically the point. You are going to accept that fear is there, and fear is going to be a part of your journey, a part of your road trip, but you she writes a letter to Fear saying, "Dear Fear, you are here, you're always going to be a part of this journey, but you are not going to get into the passenger seat." Way is basically acknowledging, because a lot of philosophies in many big religions, especially Buddhism, use this idea of accepting like negativity but not like dwelling on it. So for example, you will have fear in life, you accept that things happen, shit happens, pardon my French, and it does, but you're not going to dwell on it. Actually, what she's saying is that you need to be able to endure the ups and downs of what you do and be passionate about what you do, because really, if you're not, you just might as well just leave and do something else. If you can eat the shit sandwich, then this is what you're doing in life, this is your calling. If you're like, I don't want to, go through the blood, the sweat, tears, being rejected 20 times because maybe you submitted a draft of your story and the publishers are like, but then you find the courage, you find the strength, the persistence to actually go through and do it because it's what you love. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend people getting this. Tea of the day is thank you for watching, and I hope you find this useful. I'm trying to vlog more often, and yeah, the lighting's gone, but thank you for watching. Bye.